Hello, everyone from Akasa Living. I want to talk to you today about what is your truth? And why do we sometimes seem to have more than one truth? And is that even possible to have more than one truth? And does that mean a person is wishy-washy? Does that mean that a person doesn't know what the truth is? Does that mean a person's dishonest? Does that mean a person doesn't know right from wrong? What is this truth stuff anyway? There are some people that truth, what is truth? Or other people, truth, you wouldn't know the truth if it hit you in the face. We throw around the word truth so much. This is my truth. Why? Why is it so difficult to pin down the word truth? We'll say it's not black and white. There's shades of gray. So that's what I want to talk to you about today, and how to figure out what is your truth? What is right for you? What is sovereignty of self? What is shutting out the programming? What is making sure you're with resonant energies and not letting the non-resonant energies run your life? What is all of that? And in the end, why does it even matter? What has it got to do with having our best life possible? What has it got to do with living our best and highest good? In the beginning, it was energy. Neither bad nor good, just energy. Energy became consciously aware. Now, the conscious awareness that decided to slow its molecules down, to form a tactile being, to express itself, to express what it became aware of in physicality, did so existing in a frequency of unconditional love, a high vibrational energy. That's us. We are not some being that exists that some other being puts a soul into or some other energy or spirit into. We are that one whole complete light being. That being is us. We are that being. The universe, that as we know it, our source energy, God, whatever your belief system, it is conscious creation. I'm going to divide myself up into light beings. I'm going to express all the consciousness that I'm aware of and experience it physically. As above, up here in this high frequency, notice I'm not doing this, but in this continuum of high frequency, I'm going to slow the molecules down so that the density, it's going to become more dense, but as it becomes more dense, it will become tactile. And what I know, what I'm now consciously aware of as just energy, high vibrational energy, I can experience in tactility. I'm aware, I become emotionally aware. So energy in motion, emotions can be expressed. See the lights? I have no control over those folks. Their energy can be expressed physically. I can love, I can laugh, I can sing, I can experience nature, which is me slowed down and expressed. It's my artistic ability expressed. I can make trees. I can, nobody can paint like nature. Nobody can create like God. Nobody can make a world as beautiful or a place as beautiful as the universe can. Well, that's why. It's because it's as above being expressed below. It's molecules being slowed down and expressed tactilely. As above, so below. Beautiful, expression of consciousness, consciously aware of the beauty that can be created in the frequency of love. So that is who and what we are. That's who and what we are. I can feel my heart space swelling with warmth and truth. I can't identify truth for you. I can't define it for you. I can only tell you that I feel it. I feel it because by design, the highest vibrational part of me is that truth, and it's expressing it through me. And I feel it in my heart space, where that part of me communicates with me what it is that I'm here to experience. I feel my truth here. I feel that that is truth here. Now, all of this is done through our chakra systems. And I'm not going to get into all of that because that gets very complex, and I don't want to do that. I want to stay with what the theme is that we're talking about. All right. So as this light being, the light to prove, which is us, each one of us is slowing down to form us, as I've talked about the parfait before. Aspects of us form, because it doesn't just go from pure energy vibrating at this high frequency to density, human form. There's a continuum. Little slower, a little slower, a little slower, a little more dense, a little more dense, a lot more dense, whole lot slower, a lot more dense, a lot more human. So we're the densest. Therefore, we experience the most physicality. The most experience physically that we can have is in the human part of us, but we're the densest. We remember or are aware of, awake to less of what is consciously known by energy that is without the density of humanity, because it's lost as we become denser. So this continuum of light, or our energy column, our chakra system, that's one part of our chakra system, by the way, is meant to stay clear so that it can be communicated to us through our heart space, our truth. This is what you are here to live, to express in this time, space, universe, lifetime, dimension, and incarnation. This is a beautiful expression that I have for you. But it's not a clear channel because it's got all these densities that are in between, just by its very nature of existence. All right? So these densities in between have various levels of conscious awareness. Those closer to being pure energy are most aware of what this process is and what's going on. In the middle, who knows? They're kind of aware and kind of not. And then the closer you get to us, the more these densities are like us and less aware. So like us, they're like, all we know is we want to experience. We want it to be great. We want it. Why is it great? What's going on here? But also we're not really experiencing it either. So it's got to be very confusing for those densities. So we have these various aspects of our self. Each of us does. And this is, of course, source. And each of us comes from the same source. That is competing to use the end result as they interpret the experience should be. Some aware that there is a higher and best good, a better outcome that could happen, a better experience. Some aware, but I like mine better. And so it's not that much better. So I won't mind. So I'm going to usurp this spot and I'm going to push my agenda through. And others not aware. They think theirs is the better way. And so they're pushing it through because they know best. And others oblivious to all of it and just pushing through because they exist and that's what they do. So all these are truths. And so when these various aspects of ourselves kick in, well, they'll behave. Their behavior is not necessarily in the frequency of love. They don't necessarily look in the mirror and say, I understand that I'm energy. I understand that my self-care, the way I get this continuum to stay clear, so I get the message clearly, so it's not lost in translation, is I put out what it is I want. You see, because this light being, which is us, which is also this light being, which is all of you, which is everything, has to do all of this under universal law. How does energy work? And how does energy work in every plane of existence? I'm sure there are variations to that too, which we don't know because planes of existence vary. But essentially, it's cause and effect. So essentially, the test is, what do I want? Well, I need to be in that energy to get that energy. So these energies, that's not the behavior they have. Their behavior is, what do I want? And how do I manipulate the situation to get it? I'm going to put it out, but what I'm putting out is I want it for me. And I don't care if everyone else has it or not. Whereas this energy knows that I have to put the energy out in a way that is positive energy loop, because it's going to come back around to me. So the denser energies are, this is what I want. How it works out for you is how it works out. If I have to hook, crook, whatever I have to do to make it happen, whatever role I need you to fill, however I need you to bend like a pretzel, however I need to manipulate, however I need to convince you that I'm right, you're wrong, however I need to lead you, however I need to motivate you to follow me. All of these things that we do in the third dimension, the denser energies. That's what I'm going to do. And the programmable mind has learned all of these things. And so the denser energies uses the programmable mind to keep us in societal programming, ancestral programming. So we remember the pains that we've had from hurts. So we continue to keep doing the same thing over and over, even though we don't like it, but it's less scary than doing something new because we really don't know what's going to happen with that. Yeah, it could be better, but what if it's not? Last time we tried something new, you know how badly that went. And oh yeah, it did. So the programmable mind gets misused by these densities to control us. Instead of being fifth dimensional, which is, I listen to my heart space. I follow what it's telling me because it's got the true translation. And I stay in flow and I put out what it is, the energy that I want to be in, that I want back. And then I'm with resonant energies and I'm attracting in the best and highest good for me. And I'm around, therefore, the energies that I'm best and highest for as well. And we have positive energy loops going all the time. And energy doesn't have to be policed then. Energy is policing itself. I'm putting out what I want. I only want good for myself. I don't want bad. And I'm attracting in the same type of energies, resonant energies. Unlike this other system of, it's about me. It's about me. So what are you attracting in? It's about me. And when you got everybody attracting in, it's about me, it's about me, it's about me. Uh-oh, that's got to be policed. And then we're a controlled, unfree society, spiraling downward all the time and becoming denser and denser in energies. Less and less of that bandwidth of love, unconditional love. Unconditional love is not, I love you, therefore you can do anything, and I'm supposed to keep loving you because I love you unconditionally. That is not unconditional love. Unconditional love is, this is me, this is how I show up, this is my frequency. And I hold it, and I don't put any conditions on you. You show up because you're being you, and you're attracted to me by universal law. And you stay because we're still in frequency with one another. There's no conditions. We flow together unconditionally. And if our frequency changes, I don't do this and try to keep you. I let you go with light and love. I practice detachment. It's sovereignty of self. I respect your sovereignty of self. I allow you to listen to your truth, your best and highest good, and go on to what is now attracting you in. Because you're not going to be in your best and highest good energy if I manhandle you and keep you in my field. And if I'm doing that, I'm not in my best and highest good. We're going to spiral downward, both of us, out of our best and highest good energies. So our truths, when we listen to these densities, they all have a version of the truth. Well, I want it this way. I want it this way. Oh, it should be this way. And it depends on how much of the translation of the message of what as above, trying to get to us below, they're getting and accepting and willing to let us get. We've heard of people who are disconnected from source. They are negative energies. They're unable to connect with source. They need us, meaning the human. They're energy vampires. They're draining us, or they're getting energy from other people because they can't connect to source. What that means is it's these densities that aren't listening to their own source energy. And so they're using the human and latching onto other people and draining their energy, but not listening to their own source energy. That's all it means. When if we would surrender to the knowledge of what we are and get out of our own way, clear this energy column, clear the trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas that we have filled this up with over our lifetimes, which can mean, if you need it to, the different periods of this life or all the lifetimes you've lived, if you believe that. All of our experiences across all time, space, universes, lifetimes, dimensions, incarnations, however broadly you want to interpret that, past, present, and future. And that can mean yesterday or eons ago. Present is now, and future is how much time do you spend thinking about, when I see them again, I'm going to do this. Or whenever this happens, I'm going to handle it this way, or I may handle it that way. Or if the wind's blowing a different way, I'll handle it that way. That is using our energy for a future that may not even happen. And these dimensions, these aspects, the dimensions, these aspects of ourselves, they're the ones coming up with all of that, using our energy, our energetic bandwidth in this lifetime, the tactile, us. They're using our lifetime to live out these illusions. They're not even happening. They're not real. It's not reality. And our, as above, The frequency, our highest frequency, is like, I want you to have a real life. Up here, I've got illusion all day long. I can daydream up here all day long, but I've incarnated. I've made you to embody. I've slowed down my molecules, and you're on the planet. That, by the way, we've also slowed down molecules to create, to embody you, to experience a reality tactilely. So these illusions in between, they're not even going to happen, or may not even happen. They can't all happen. You can't have all those things happening. Now, there are those who believe they're all happening. Well, they are all happening. They're all happening in here. They're all happening in the ethers, but they're not all happening for the tactile, which is us. And the ethers is where all of those densities of our cells are connected to the chakra system, sending those energy transferences out. But that's not the tactile. That's not us. And we are the physical expression. This is the lifetime that we are here to have. So reality. So this is what we have to transcend. And it's actually, I think it's descend. Our energy is trying to descend to us and not be lost in translation. So it can express the best and highest good. It's trying to move all of the stuff out of the way. All of the densities that are in between. And then all of the things that have happened to us, trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas, and all the societal programmings, ancestral issues, et cetera, that have formed along the way. And bring the whole planet up out of the denseness that we've gotten into by living those and having spiraled downward in density as a planet, which is seen by the worldwide behavior patterns that we have. That if you now look, there was this whole notion that the planet was going to go into, there would be some who would just like step into this mist and they would be 5D, and others would not step into the mist and they would be 3D, or the planet would like morph into two planets and one planet would ooze over or whatever into the mist and it would be a fifth dimensional planet and the other one would stay 3D. No. There are those of us who are, we're energy. This is how that works. We have to behave differently and allow our highest frequency to be translated through us. So we have our as above, below. That's fifth dimensional. But we're on the same planet with those who aren't doing it. They're third dimensional still. Oh, and guess what? Those of us who are fifth dimensional, we're not always fifth dimensional because we've spent our entire lives being third dimensional too. We're not all that great, folks. We don't have it perfected. And we're not totally out of non-resonant energies because we still live in a world with a lot of 3D going on. See the lights? So we get pulled out of frequency all the time. And so our light being that we are is like, yes, son of a bitch, where did they go? They're dense again. It's not all the time. So we're fluctuating too. The 3D and the 5D are simultaneous right now. But the more of us that are understanding this and are practicing 5D behaviors, the more spiraling upward we're doing. And the more the planet as a whole is coming up in vibrational frequency, the more everyone's behavior, there we go, more everyone's behaviors are going up and changing. And eventually, the planet as a whole will spiral upward. And 3D behavior styles will be they will stand out like a sore thumb. And people just won't act that way because it'll be like, what did you just do? You did not just do that. It's going to be so non-resonant with everyone that it'll be like, no. You're not going to resonate with anyone with those behaviors. And you're not going to want to because you're going to understand, hold on, I'm cutting off my nose to spite my face. I'm letting aspects of me or societal programming or trauma, drama, blame, shames, woulda, coulda, shouldas that I should have be lifted off of me, cleared off of me. I'm letting those things get in the way of my best and highest good being translated through me and expressed, my as above, so below. So that's what those different truths are that we sometimes have. And depending on what's being expressed through us, what is getting through, whether we're listening to our heart and we're getting the whole transmission, or whether we've disconnected from the heart and we're all in our head and ruminating about things, depending on if we spiraled down and we got with a bunch of non-resonant energies and that's what's running the show, or all those things. That's what shapes our truths. And whether or not we're living a bunch of illusions or actually in a reality that is truly reality, the highest form of reality possible for us, our best and highest good. Now, I don't want you to go and beating up on yourself here. This has been the problem in society, and I'm not attacking anyone's religion. What anyone believes is perfectly fine. No one's religion's being attacked here. However, as a society, we have been taught to be controlled mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, the whole 9 yards, with guilt and shame, trauma, drama, blame, shame, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you didn't know that. I can't believe you made that mistake again. Look how you messed up. Well, you can't go be honest about that. You can't go be vulnerable now. Look what you did. What was channeled to me the other day was, would you please stop taking the blame? Would you please stop? Stop. You're supposed to enjoy every part of this journey. I have talked about feeling source energy grieve over what humanity has become, the atrocities. I've talked about source energy grieving and all of humanity being forgiving source energy. I've talked about seeing walls of hate fall and source just like loads of guilt coming off of source and the relief that source energy has felt, or that aspects of source energy, light beings of source energy has felt. And the planet itself has suffered because the planet itself is energy slowed down, source energy slowed down for us to exist on in tactility. And we all know how the planet has suffered. And what I got the other day and channeled, actually, I had it before, but actually channeled it to a group of people. You, as the tactile, when you pick up a pencil and what you have here, or what you're given, and you're putting on a piece of paper, if it comes out to be a bunch of gibberish, or not good, or dark, or whatever, can you blame the pencil? The pencil is just the tactile instrument being used to express it. What was the source? The source and all of the energies from that source down to the point of you actually implementing. That's what's responsible, not the pencil. You are the densest part of me. You are the part that is supposed to be experiencing the physical expression of me, the beautiful physical expression of me. I failed you. You haven't failed me. I am failing you. You're not supposed to know how to make this work. I'm supposed to be getting through to you how to make this work. This is my job. You're the pencil. The pencil's not supposed to know what the beautiful epic story is. The pencil isn't supposed to know how to write the best play ever. The pencil isn't supposed to know what the most beautiful love song in the world is. The pencil isn't supposed to know how to draw the best sketch ever. The pencil doesn't know. The pencil is the instrument that has been created to express it through. The pencil is to reap the benefits of being on the tail end of it and being part of it. But the pencil isn't it. You can't blame the pencil for the failure on your part to have gotten through and implemented with the pencil as you meant to. So stop. Every moment that the good stuff gets through and that you can enjoy, take it and enjoy it. Because every moment that you enjoy is a higher frequency. And those frequencies spiral upward. Every moment you let yourself have joy brings you closer to opening up and clearing. There we go, the lights. Clearing that channel so I can implement what I intend to. So you can have your as above, so below. But every moment that you're blaming yourself, you're getting denser. You go down in frequency. And that makes this have more blockages and restrictions. And it makes it harder. That's the spiraling downward effect. I can't tell you folks, back when I was in Washington, I started talking, we can spiral down or we can spiral up. Stay Home and Come With Me was all about making sure whether people had chronic pain, invisible illness, whatever reason that people were down, it was about making sure that people spiraled up and kept spiraling upward and did not spiral back downward. I've been talking this, folks, since Washington. I was talking it before, and I didn't know why. And I can't take credit for it. Not the pencil me. Now, this me's been trying to get it through the pencil me my whole life. And at times has, and at other times, well, I've spiraled down. But this me has said, would you please stop blaming you? And every day, every moment of joy you can have, you grab it and spiral up like you know you're supposed to. Because every moment of joy you have, every time you laugh, every time you smile, every time you're the sunshine that you're meant to be, you open that channel up, you clear it, and I can get more of what you're supposed to have through to you. It's my responsibility. I'm the author. You're the pencil. Together, we're this masterpiece. Stop blaming yourself. But please embrace all of the beauty. That's the only way you can help me. The rest is on me. Feel into your heart. Don't connect to a bunch of guides that are above, because those guides are this. The only as above you need is pure source energy, which will connect with you in your heart space. That's the one you trust. That's the one you trust. Feel it here. That's why we go within. We turn love into love when we insist that it be love and nothing less. These energies are not insisting on nothing less. They have their own agenda, their own truths. Our heart space will accept nothing less. Turn everything into love again. That's what transmuting energy is. Everything you absorb, everything that's thrown at you. Thank you. Thank you. that hurt them. But my power, my chakra system can take all of that, transmute it. This part of me can take it, change it, all into the frequency that it is. Love. And it insists that what comes through that channel is nothing but. Stop blaming yourself. Hold on to every moment of joy that you can get, every smile you can get, every good thing you can get. Clear that channel as much as you can. Let the you that is the highest form of you express through you your highest possible timelines. And it happens through the heart. We are made of love. And when love is turned into love, and we, the pencil, insist, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to feel good, I'm going to have love and nothing less. I'm going to feel my life right here. And that's when our life will be love. And that's all we can do to help. What's the most powerful thing in the world? Love. No matter what is thrown your way. Thank you. I'm going to turn that into love again. That's my truth.